All right. Time now for This Week in Auto History. That would be Mr. Marr's job.
Yes, sir. We got a few things that we picked up this week that we thought would be interesting to watch out for. Way back in 1917, racing legend Barney Oldfield took his unusual Golden Submarine to a lot of new speed records. Now, this vehicle was built, is completely enclosed, and it was streamlined and built because a fellow driver, Bob Berman, was killed in an open cockpit race car. So Barney wanted something a little bit safer. So he got with Harry Miller and Fred Offenhauser, and they built this enclosed racer. Now, during his time racing, 1917, for example, he took this vehicle to record speeds. I mean, this guy was cooking, got up to 80 miles per hour in this vehicle. So it's lots of speed records back then. Then the next thing we have is August the 10th, 1907, the first Peking to Paris automobile race ends. Now, think about Peking to Paris. Now, that is 10,000 miles that you got to go. You got to go across the ocean, literally everywhere. There was no modern highways. There was no GPS, no roadside fuel
But they had
stations.
lots of ducks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had
Peking ducks.
Yes, they crossed deserts, and there's even one of these pictures is of the bridge that collapsed when they were trying to go across it. So they had to dig out of the bridge to carry on. And this was actually a picture of the winner that won this race when he was trying to get through this bridge. Now, the next we have August the 11th, 1966, the first production Chevrolet Camaro was built. And it was really a non-pilot production car, and it was completed in Norwood. They created this specifically to challenge Ford's Mustang, and they even invented a little mystery around its name before the announcement. And so they had played a game with it, and it offered everything from 140 horsepower six-cylinder to a 375 horsepower 396. Then coming up next in August the 12th of 1908, the first production Model T is completed. Now, this is important because it really wasn't famous as part of the moving assembly line, but that's what really brought this out and really made it affordable, and it changed the automobile from a luxury item, something that only the rich people could afford, into something that was more practical transportation. Ordinary Americans could actually afford to buy this. Now, they began to run. Ultimately, there was 15 million of these cars that were built and sold. Then on August the 13th, Friday, August the 13th, 1898. Now, I thought this was really interesting because, if you go buy a car, you expect it to be really good. But what if you bought a car that was so bad that you complained so much that the car maker said, well, if you can do better, go build your own, which is exactly what happened when James Ward Packard bought his new Winton motor carriage. He drove it home to Ohio from Cleveland, and it did not go well. He had a lot of troubles. He complained a lot. And eventually, Winton told him, if you think you can do better, do it. So he went out and started the Packard Motor Company. So that's what led to Packard being built. And the same thing happened to Ferrari because Lamborghini was complaining about the Ferrari. So Ferrari said, well, if you think you could do better, go do it. So he did. So that's how we got the Lamborghini just as well. So that's a few things this week in auto history coming up that you might find interesting and want to look into a little more.
I did. Yes. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ford Motor Company.